initially when I started doing test series, I scored very low marks consistently in several tests. So I started doubting myself as to मैं सही भी हूँ नहीं हूँ इसके लिए हो भी पाएगा नहीं हो पाएगा all those normal thoughts that come to our mind.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Civils Daily.
Hello everyone, my name is Parth and welcome to Civils Daily's Unheard Topper Talk. And in this talk series, we explore the journey taken by the successful candidates of UPSC Civil Services examination and what made them different from the rest of the crowd and rest of the herd, and what was the journey like for them. And today we have with us Abhishek Jain, who recently scored All India Rank 24 in the UPSC Civil Service examination. Thanks a lot, Abhishek, for being with us. And first of all, congratulations. And let's start with the cliche question. How are you?
I'm very good, very good.
How are you feeling right now after the successful examination?
I'm feeling very happy, but at the same time, it also feels that entering civil services now it's a big responsibility, and it feels like I just want to give my best to whatever role or responsibility that I'll get and do something good for the people.
Well said, well said. So tell me, how has been the waiting period so far? Like from the date that your interview got over to the date that you finally saw your name in that PDF list. So how was the wait?
Yeah, this year the wait was very long because of the COVID pandemic. But actually, I am already in service. So I am in IRS IT and undergoing training. So a lot of the time was consumed in that training. So I couldn't think much about the result. But yeah, once the interviews resumed, those 10-15 days, they were very nervous. They were very nerve-wracking, I would say.
Yep, indeed. And it has been a tough time for all of us, for the whole community and all. So tell us something about your academic journey prior to UPSC Civil Services preparation. How was it?
So basically, I have done my BCom honors from Hansraj College, Delhi University. After that, I sat for UPSC exam right after college and 1 year after college, and got into IRS IT because I had done BCom honors. So I took commerce and accountancy as my optional, and my graduation did really help me in that aspect.
So how many attempts have you given overall so far?
Yeah, this was my second attempt.
Oh wow, nice. What was the trigger point in your life? Like every one of us have some motivation point or a trigger point. Why we wanted to do civil services, prepare for the civil services examination. So what was the trigger point in your life?
So my grandfather was in government service, and he has worked under several IAS officers. So he used to tell me that how IAS officers can really make changes on the ground, and so many people come to them for help and how they can help them. Similarly, my parents also were very supportive throughout, and they also motivated me to go for civil services. And during my graduation time, I finally made up my mind that yes, I want to go for civil services.
Okay, so I can say that the trigger point was your first of all your family. That motivation, that push came from your family, and then after your graduation or during your college time, it was a solid case. Let's
Yes.
after the graduation, let's go for the UPSC preparation. Okay, fine. So
Yes.
can you take us through your overall journey for the UPSC preparation? Like how did it started? Like from the prelims preparation to the mains preparation. A brief outline. How was it?
So right after college, I started for my UPSC preparation. So like always, whenever you enter an exam, you first look at the syllabus. So and prepare a strategy. So first 5-6 days I spent on looking at the syllabus, searching various topper talks, making a book list, just trying to make a strategy of what to do, what not to do. And I believe that prepared a firm ground for me for the next 1 or 2 years of preparation. Then I started with basic subjects. I mean, to build the foundation, we need to start with NCRTs. So I took up 8 to 12 NCRTs of almost all the subjects and just covered it up very fast. Then I went on to our the core books like Lakshmikant for polity, similarly 11th, 12th NCRT for geography, GC Leong for geography, etc. And just did it. Around 6 months before prelims, I joined the prelims test series 2, so as to check myself and continuously evaluate myself. After the prelims result, I joined the mains test series too and wrote lots and lots of tests there. Again, after mains, I just spent 15-20 days break. So just to cool off the steam and then started for my interview preparation.
So I can say that your journey has been a conventional journey. Like
Yeah.
this is the same journey I can say that I also took, and many of the people I know who have been successfully preparing for the UPSC interviews and mains examination, that they have been taking the same journey. Abhishek, that this journey entails many aspects of high as well as low points. So tell us something about those high points as well as the low points in your UPSC preparation.
So honestly, my highest point was when I cleared my first prelims, because I was very, very scared. It was my first attempt, first prelims, and clearing it was the happiest moment of my life. After that, obviously, as and when you clear every stage of UPSC, you have those high points. But we do have low points too. So initially, when I started doing test series, I scored very low marks consistently in several tests. So I started doubting myself as to मैं सही भी नहीं हूँ इसके लिए, हो भी पाएगा नहीं हो पाएगा, all those normal thoughts that come to our mind. But during those low points, you should self introspect, look out your mistakes, analyze them, and try to improve upon them.
You talked about your motivation point, okay? कि आपको अपना एक खुद का मोटिवेशन होना चाहिए, ठीक है? And we all know that this journey, this preparation journey, as far as we all know, it is very monotonous and it is very rigorous. Okay, so what kept you going? Like as you said, जब मार्क्स कम आ रहे हैं टेस्ट सीरीज में तो खुद से बुरा लगता है, एक लो पॉइंट लगता है, एक सेल्फ डाउट होता है, ठीक है? सो व्हाट केप्ट यू गोइंग कि हाँ यार, आई कैन डू इट, I can win it. So, like, what were those points?
So there are two aspects to this. One thing is to balance between your studies and your personal life. So in my case, I always used to take out at least 1 hour in the day for anything that I love to do, be it badminton, listening to music, watching Netflix, anything. And उस time पे मैं पढ़ाई के बारे में बिल्कुल नहीं सोचता था, right? So that helped me to relax, and then only you can sustain so much study hours for such a long period of time, right? Secondly, whenever you have those low points, आप YouTube पे जाके motivational videos देख सकते हो. So I used to watch lots of toppers talks, motivational videos, IS, maybe Labasana training videos many a times. So that used to motivate me a lot.
हाँ, हम सब ने तो मतलब एटलीस्ट वो फाउंडेशन बैच की जो वीडियोस आते हैं हम सब ने देख रखे होंगे, ठीक है? वो जो टुवर्ड्स द एंड दिसंबर एंड में जो आता था वो, so yeah, that has been a very very motivational thing for all of us. So you were talking about badminton and other things. So what were the other hobbies like which helped you a lot in the UPSC preparation?
Again, I used to play badminton. Many a times I used to go for morning walks. Then I loved listening to music, and gradually I developed a hobby of watching Netflix and TV series and all.
So it was like Netflix and chill, and then padhai and chill.
Yeah, very true.
So
I mean, we need to balance all this.
Yep. Obviously, you have to balance because we all have 24 hours. As far as I know, but I consider this कि हम सबके पास 24 घंटे हैं. You cannot waste every inch of it, but you cannot study every inch of it. So you have to balance.
Yes. Very true.
So tell us something about a strategic aspect. Okay. So every one of us, that simply that you said that your parents, your grandparents were a factor behind your entering into the civil services preparation, right? So tell us about few strategic interventions that played out in your UPSC journey by your family and by your close ones, be it graduation friends, be it the friends that you met during your UPSC preparation days, be it your childhood friends. So what kind of strategic interventions did they play in your preparation?
So for me, I believe that my family has been the backbone of whatever I am today. My family is the reason of whoever I am today. So family always provides you with that support. So once I took that decision to prepare for UPSC exam, my family was completely supportive of me. They were not at all apprehensive कि इतना बड़ा exam है कैसे होगा and all that. They were always very trusting of me. Secondly, your family always provides you that emotional support whenever you are low. So when, as I told you earlier, जब मेरे टेस्ट सीरीज में कम मार्क्स आए थे, so I used to tell my mom कि मम्मा नहीं आ रहे हैं मेरे मार्क्स, what to do. My mom always used to say that हो जाएगा, it takes time, it's a gradual process. उस टाइम मेरी फैमिली मुझ पे जब ट्रस्ट करती थी, so I felt motivated कि हाँ, ये लोग मुझ पे ट्रस्ट कर रहे हैं, I should also trust myself, and that emotional support, that is very very critical. Again, my friends, मेरे कॉलेज के फ्रेंड्स, they were also very supportive. So जब भी मैं परेशान हो जाता था, I used to call them and हम just fun talks करते थे, and it just used to relax me a lot. So I think that your family and your friends do play an important role in this.
Yes, that हो जाएगा plays the most important part. Clear हो जाएगा.
Yes.
Load ना लो हो जाएगा.
True.
So Abhishek, when you started out, you must have heard few myths. Okay, बचपन से भी सुने होंगे, प्रिपरेशन की स्टार्टिंग में भी सुने होंगे, एंड अभी भी बाकी लोगों के द्वारा भी सुनते होंगे कि there are certain myths about UPSC preparation. So I am pointing out two in front of you, and you tell me about your opinion on that. So the first myth, कि we have to study at least 10 to 12 hours per day to clear UPSC Civil Services examination. Is it true?
So I never used to study 12 hours a day because for me it was not humanly possible, right? So I believe that 6 to 10 hours, that's the broad range. That much amount of study with concentration and studying the relevant material is more important than, even if you are studying 15 hours without proper concentration, studying irrelevant material, it's a wastage of time, right? So the quality of time you put in and the smartness of your strategy will determine your success more than the quantum of the time you put in.
So, quality versus quantity mein, it is always quality that triumphs, right?
Yes.
So there is this another myth that we have been hearing, that a certain socio-economic background plays a role in your selection or helps you in your preparation phase. Is it true?
I believe, I don't know about the past, but in today's time, I think that information has been completely democratized by internet. So we have access to Topper Talks online. We have access to all the notes, current affairs, topper strategies, their test papers, etc. online, free of cost. So I think that internet has actually revolutionized this, and has led to breaking of those disparities. And anyone in India can aspire to be a civil servant after that. And there are many examples nowadays, as you can see.
Exactly. So as you said, the इंटरनेट ने डेमोक्रेटाइज कर दिया है इस पूरे प्रोसेस को, एंड एक जो रीच है वो बढ़ गई है. सो नाउ कमिंग टू दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट, सी since 2015 or 16 UPSC has been evolving a lot, okay, and so does the process of preparation has changed, especially since 2016 after this cheap mobile data came, okay, and the internet penetration increased over the hinterland of इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट. ओके, स्पेशली इंडिया का जो आपका नॉर्थ का पार्ट है, ईस्ट का पार्ट है, वहां पर एक अच्छा खासा इंटरनेट पेनिट्रेशन हुआ है. सो व्हाट अकॉर्डिंग टू यू हैज बीन द रोल ऑफ ऑनलाइन मीडियम, be it applications, be it websites, be it anything, like even as simple as something YouTube videos? What role has these online revolutions playing in the UPSC preparation according to you?
So first thing, online mediums, they do provide you access with past year toppers and their strategies. So it helps us in busting the myths that used to be there earlier in UPSC preparation. Secondly, they provide us with all the relevant information. So for my current affairs, I used to always follow several online websites. And obviously, whenever you are in doubt, you just ask Google Baba for it. And that helped me a lot to learn lots and lots of concepts without the need of proper coaching, teachers, etc. Thirdly, I think that regional disparity. So earlier it was said that Delhi has to be the hub of UPSC preparation and people need to come to Delhi if you want to become an IAS or so. But now that regional disparity has been broken down by these online websites and various apps. And now in this COVID pandemic, online is all the more important. We are all going digital. And I think that it is the way forward.
Exactly. मतलब ये जो reach है वो इतनी अच्छी हो गई है कि a person sitting in a coastal area of Odisha, or let's say in the mountains of Northeast, can easily access all the material, all the talks regarding UPSC preparation easily without moving an inch.
Very true. Yes.
When we all start this journey, we are a different person. Okay. And when we finish on the other side of the line, we are very different. So how this journey has evolved you as a person? First thing is academically. We know academically that you have excelled a lot. What your knowledge base was before this UPSC preparation and what it is now, both has been different. Okay. But in terms
Yes.
of personal life, how have you evolved as a person?
So one of the most important thing I learned from UPSC is perseverance. So if you look at suppose mains examination, right? 3 hours के अंदर we are fighting for each and every mark. कि पेपर हर हालत में कंप्लीट करना है विद इंट्रोडक्शन, कंटेंट एंड कंक्लूजन, विद गुड प्रेजेंटेशन, एंड एक के बाद एक लगातार पेपर देने हैं सुबह शाम. सो दैट परसेवरेंस वो यूपीएससी ही सिखा सकता है आई थिंक, एंड दैट आई लर्नड अ लॉट फ्रॉम दैट. सेकेंडली आई लर्नड आर्ट ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन एंड कम्युनिकेशन. सो मेंस के अंदर वी यूज्ड टू राइट आंसर्स इन वेरी वेरी शॉर्ट words because we are always short of words. Limited space hoti hai and we have to express so much in limited time. Similarly in interview, again it's a thing of its own. Interview mein we need to be confident, we need to be honest. All those ethics wali qualities that we learn, we need to display that, we need to imbibe that. So I think that as a whole UPSC does evolve you. Despite you are selected or not, it does make you a better person.
And especially the thing that you said about the mains examination, right? कि आपका ओवरऑल एक जो पर्सनालिटी होती है वो क्रिस्प हो जाती है बिकॉज यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन द एग्जामिनर इन अ लिमिटेड वर्ड्स इन अ लिमिटेड पेज. सो ओवरऑल वो एक इम्बाइब हो जाता है आपके पर्सनल लाइफ में भी कि कम शब्दों में सारी बात बोल जाओ.
Yes.
So also there must have been various habits that you have developed during this preparation. Okay, academically, personally, both. So tell us one habit that you started in this preparation and you will be keeping this for your rest of the life. One habit that you started in your preparation and you will be keeping it for the rest of your life.
I think reading the newspaper.
Well, strangely, people otherwise say that once they clear the examination, they will stop reading the newspaper.
No, I like it because I like to be abreast with the current events.
That was a joke, but yeah, that's a very good habit, and you have to be abreast of the everything happening around you. So, talking about everything happening around you, are you on social media?
Yes, I was. I mean, but I was not
And-
that active.
Okay.
I mean, I maintained a balanced approach. For example, I did not deactivate all my social media accounts. I was on Insta and all, but I devoted limited amount of time to it. So overindulgence and underindulgence, both are bad. I always maintained a balance.
So, there is this important aspect of one, communication, and second, guidance in any preparation. You cannot prepare in a silo, right? So, what, according to you, is the importance of proper communication and mentorship in the preparation phase?
So for me personally, I did not have a dedicated mentor per se for UPSC, but when I started my preparation, I did watch lots and lots of Toppers talks. Especially, I watched Gaurav Agarwal sir's Toppers talk, and that set me right towards the UPSC path. But yes, if you have a mentor, then it is not a bad idea. It's always good to have a mentor, provided that the mentor is experienced enough in this field to be able to guide the aspirants properly.
And do you think, एक और myth है, ठीक है? Do you think that you have to prepare alone? एक बंद कमरे में बैठकर अकेले पढ़ना is the success mantra? Do you think?
इस बारे में मैं बता नहीं सकता क्योंकि I prepared alone in my home, so
Okay.
I don't know much about it. I mean again,
Okay.
I believe that everything depends upon the person. We cannot have a black and white for everything, right? So for some, group studies might suit better because they feel motivated by seeing others giving those answers, others having more knowledge than them. So that competitive spirit that runs in via group study in many people. But for some, individual study works. So you need to identify your own. What suits you, and accordingly, you should go for a strategy.
Yes, that is one very good thing that you said, that you have to identify your own liking and own comfort zone, and do not follow this herd mentality ki let's go for this particular library or let's go for this reading room kind of thing. जो आपको सूट करे वो करो, अपना अकॉर्डिंगली अपना प्लान सेट करो, राइट?
Yes.
So let's talk about your preparation for the prelims and mains. Okay, so of course there is this difference between prelims strategy and main strategy, right? So talk us through about your prelims and mains strategy, like how did you made brief notes, and what was your reading habit and all, how did you focus and lingered between paper 1, 2, 3 and 4 in the mains? So what was it all like?
Okay. So for prelims, one of the most important thing is to solve the past 10-year papers, right? So they provide you certain insights as to what is important and what is not. For example, अगर आप पिछले 2-3 साल के पेपर्स देखें तो कोर ज्योग्राफी से कम आ रहा है और मैप वर्क से ज्यादा आ रहा है. You should be able to know that, and आपको मैप की प्रैक्टिस अकॉर्डिंगली करनी है, राइट? सिमिलरली आर्ट एंड कल्चर में वी नो कि जैनिज्म एंड बुद्धिज्म से क्वेश्चंस आते ही आते हैं. You should be able to identify that, and Jainism and Buddhism आपको बहुत डिटेल में करना है accordingly, right? Second thing is revision, right? So prelims के अंदर बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में आजकल पूछा जा रहा है, factual knowledge काफी आप हमारी टेस्ट की जा रही है, so multiple revisions of things is very important so that it stucks in our mind. Thirdly, test practice. So मैंने तो अपने टाइम पे बहुत सारे prelims के टेस्ट पेपर सॉल्व किए थे, so that I am able to eliminate those options and arrive at the right one with logical estimates. क्योंकि हम exact आंसर बता पाना prelims के पेपर में is very difficult. आप estimate करते हो उस आंसर को, right? Eliminate करके options को. So that practice is very very important. अब अगर हम मेंस पे आते हैं तो मेंस में one of the most important thing is broad thinking. So हम जो IPESTL approach follow करते हैं कि international, political, economic, social, technological, legal, environmental, हर issue को we have to think from all these dimensions. Secondly, answer writing practice. So around 4-5 months into my preparation, I started writing answers daily, almost daily, and in a time bound manner. So अगर मैं एक same answer 30 minutes में लिख रहा हूँ, बहुत awesome लिख रहा हूँ, it has no value, क्योंकि actual exam में I only have 7 to 8 minutes to write that, right? So time bound answer writing practice बहुत important है. Thirdly, what I have seen is लोग essay को बहुत ignore कर देते हैं, and they feel that हम पढ़ के चले जाएंगे and I'll write essay directly in the exam. So that is very very bad. Essay की practice before mains होनी चाहिए, and that is very important, right? इसके अलावा your optional paper, आप optional को obviously ignore नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि it is the ultimate differentiator. वही आपके में differentiate create करेगा. बाकी एक मैं ethics के बारे में अगर बताऊं तो जो हमारा GS paper 4 ethics है उसमें वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्ट्रैटेजीज कि हर जो टर्म दे रखा है सिलेबस के अंदर, यू मेक नोट्स आउट ऑफ एवरी टर्म, उस टर्म की डेफिनेशन और उसका एग्जाम्पल. सो अगर वो एग्जाम्पल आपका पर्सनल लाइफ से हो सके सो दैट इज वेरी गुड. मैं आपको एक एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ. सपोज आपको ट्रांसपेरेंसी का एग्जाम्पल देना है, राइट? आप अपनी पर्सनल लाइफ से कह सकते हो कि मैं अपने फोन पे स्क्रीन लॉक नहीं लगाता, या मेरे पेरेंट्स को मेरा स्क्रीन लॉक मेरे फोन का पता है. व्हाट इज इट? दिस इज ट्रांसपेरेंसी, राइट? ऐसे बेसिक एग्जांपल्स अगर आप पेपर में लिख के आएंगे तो आई थिंक दैट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट.
वेल, ये जो पेपर 4 की आपने जो स्ट्रेटजी बताई, इट इज एन आई ओपनर, एंड थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर दैट, एंड सर्टेनली that will help a lot of people. So as you said that in last attempt you cleared this examination also, and you were selected for IRSIT. Okay, so how tough was it to balance between your preparation and the training phase? I know that initially you had to wait for 3 to 4 months before going for the foundation batch, and then comparatively it is not as bulky as it sounds, but how did you manage to juggle between your preparation and your training?
So actually foundation course की exemption मिल जाती है if you are writing mains. So FC से I took exemption. So mains तो मेरा घर से ही हो गया था. Interview preparation I did along with the training. So interview में again DAF मेरा पिछले साल के हिसाब से prepared था already. So I just needed to brush it up and prepare for current affairs and my job profile, that is IRSIT. So after the training in the evening, I used to take out a couple of hours and prepare for it. most of the times this year interview में I focused on practice. So मेरे several friends in IRSIT were giving interview, so we used to take each other's mock interviews, and that helped me a lot this time.
Okay, so basically उतना pressure नहीं पड़ा because आपका pre and mains का phase एक अच्छा खासा चला गया था
Yeah.
before you went for the training, and यहाँ पर भी एक क्योंकि selected candidates के बीच में थे आप, तो वो आपको एक help कर गया.
Yes.
If given you the option to travel back to the past, okay, if you are given an option to use the time machine, so what are the 3 advices that you are going to give the past version of yourself, that listen, these are the 3 things that you should avoid, and these are the 3 things that you necessarily have to do for the preparation. So what those would be?
Okay. So सबसे पहले तो I would say to myself कि optional ढंग से prepare करना first attempt में, क्योंकि मेरे first attempt में optional में ही कम नंबर आए थे comparatively, and मेरी comparatively low rank आई थी. So I was not very well prepared for my optional. I know that. So मैं सबसे पहले अपने आप को यही बोलूँगा. Secondly, मैं यही बोलूँगा कि ऐसे की practice और ज़्यादा कर लेना अभिषेक, क्योंकि उसमें भी मेरे average ही marks आए थे. I could have scored a lot more. Thirdly, I would say that थोड़ा थोड़ा जब लो पॉइंट्स आते थे तब कभी कभार थोड़ा सा फ्रस्ट्रेट ज्यादा हो जाते थे. एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यू शुड हैव टेकन ब्रेक्स, मोर ब्रेक्स. सो मैं कभी कभार जब लो पॉइंट्स आते थे तो 1-2 दिन का ब्रेक ले लेता था कूल ऑफ करने के लिए, लेकिन ऐसा फ्रीक्वेंटली इतना ज्यादा नहीं किया. सो आई शुड हैव डन इट मोर फ्रीक्वेंटली, ताकि मैं ये सब करता तो शायद फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में ही अच्छा हो जाता. और
Okay, so the optional thing is very interesting. So what was your optional?
my optional was commerce and accountancy.
Okay, so you stuck to your graduation subject.
Yeah.
Okay, so nice. So as we are talking about funny things, so is there any funny incident that happened to you regarding whenever you were preparing for the UPSC civil services or during your interview phase? So tell us something about it.
In this year's interview, so I'm from Hansraj. So one of the panel members said that, okay, Abhishek, you are from Hansraj College, which is the best college in Delhi University. I don't know मुझे क्या हुआ, मैंने अचानक से बोल दिया कि सर, no sir, BCom honors के लिए SRCC best है. And all the panels just start laughing.
आपको लगता है
I mean, general perception में BCom honors में SRCC ही prefer किया जाता है. So in that sense, I just told them. So उन्होंने मुझसे ये क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि आपको लगता है SRCC बेस्ट है. I said this, sir, as a student, general perception में हम SRCC को ही प्रेफर करते हैं. वो रैट रेस बनी हुई है तो एज अ स्टूडेंट हम फॉलो कर जाते हैं वो, बिकॉज वी डू नॉट नो मच अबाउट ऑल दीज थिंग्स.
तो एक जनरल परसेप्शन मैं अपने एंड से आपको बताता हूँ रिगार्डिंग DU. ओके, सो व्हेनेवर आई यूज्ड टू टेल पीपल दैट ओके आई एम डूइंग माय ग्रेजुएशन फ्रॉम दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी, सो देयर फर्स्ट रिएक्शन यूज्ड टू बी लाइक ओके बीकॉम कर रहे हो कि बीकॉम ऑनर्स कर रहे हो.
Okay.
And I had to tell them नहीं भाई, बीकॉम के अलावा भी दुनिया है, ठीक है. मैं हिस्ट्री ऑनर्स कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है.
Okay.
So मुझे एक्चुअली 1 साल लग गया अपने नेटिव प्लेस से बताने में कि नहीं मैं बीकॉम नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं हिस्ट्री ऑनर्स कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है. दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में बीकॉम के अलावा भी 40 से ऊपर कोर्सेज हैं.
Yeah.
Abhishek, what is your learning mantra? If I ask you in one line, what it would be?
So Michelangelo ने एक बात कही है कि I'm still learning. So I always follow this because you should always be curious while preparing for UPSC. Similarly, you should learn from your mistakes. You should learn from your failures. You should learn from others and always be learning. So that will really help you in your journey.
Always keep learning. And with that, the last question that I'm going to ask you, that your 2 advices to future aspirants, or the 2 things that they should avoid and should necessarily follow.
So 2 things that they should avoid. Firstly, following too many sources for just one subject. That is a blunder. Secondly, not doing previous year question papers. That is also going to be a blunder. 2 things that they should do. One is revision. Multiple revisions are necessary for clearing UPSC, so that you are able to, present yourself in such a short amount of time, be it prelims or mains. Secondly, test practice. Practicing test papers as much as possible is essential.
So thanks a lot, Abhishek. It has been a very wonderful talk, and thanks for being with us. And I wish you a very successful journey ahead. I really think that our nation has got a very good and very enthusiastic officer in you, and all the best for it. That's it from our side, guys, and please do subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and do press the bell icon so that you never miss any updates coming from our side, and do share this video so that many other people can get motivated from the strategies and the journey that Mr. Abhishek has shared. Thanks a lot, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Civils Daily.